September 22nd, 1776. Morning, the streets of New York had just woken up. But in one place, a crowd had already gathered. A 21-year-old young man, his hands tied behind his back, stood right in front of the hangman's noose. British soldiers all around armed, watching him with sharp, alert eyes. The crowd that had come to witness the spectacle, some silent, some whispering, and in front of him, that rope of death, which, in just a few moments, was going to take that young man's life. His crime, spying. He got no trial, no lawyer. No witnesses were presented, just a decision and a hanging. But when the executioner asked any last words, what that young man said changed the American Revolution forever. He said, "I only regret that I have but one life to lose for my country." A few seconds later, the rope tightened. Silence fell over the crowd. Who was this young man really? How did an ordinary schoolteacher become America's most famous spy? In today's story, we'll learn Nathan Hale's complete tale from the very beginning to that final breath. Nathan Hale was born in the village of Coventry, Connecticut on June 6, 1755. His father, Richard Hale, was a strict but hard-working farmer. The family had 12 children, and Nathan was one of them from childhood. Nathan was sharp in his studies. At the village school, he was always at the top. At the age of 14, Nathan Hale got admission into Yale University. There, he studied literature, learned to debate, and developed a way of thinking that spoke of freedom and justice. It was at Yale that he became friends with Benjamin Tallmadge, who would later become part of the American Revolution's most famous spy network, the Culper Ring. His classmates remembered him as tall, athletic, and unusually gentle for someone so strong. He could reportedly jump a 6-foot fence with a bucket of water in each hand without spilling a drop. But it wasn't just his strength. People noticed it was his kindness. He was known to give away his own coat to a classmate who had none. After graduation, Nathan Hale became a schoolteacher, first in East Haddam, then in New London. At New London, he did something rare for that era. He opened early morning classes for young girls at a time when their education was often ignored. His students remembered him as patient, never raising his voice, always ready to explain a lesson twice if needed. He was also active in the town's debating society, where young men gathered in the evenings to argue about liberty, government, and the growing tension with Britain. Those debates, some historians believe, slowly shaped the convictions that would one day cost him his life. Nathan Hale was also, by most accounts,